On est de retour aux fanatiques. We now join Liz Cutler on the line. Liz is talking to us from the Chicago area in Illinois. Good evening, Liz.
Good evening. How are you?
Very good, thank you. And yourself?
I'm great, thank you.
First and foremost, I'd like to really thank you personally for accepting to do this short interview. As I mentioned earlier with you, we're trying to help promote the Lumberjacks program with some of the current roster that are trying to see how they appreciated their stay in the Hearst for the past season. So I really want to thank you for that.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm very, very grateful. So grateful to offer my insight.
Excellent. Liz, first of all, I want to find out exactly how pleased you were with the Lumberjacks program as a parent. Had you set any expectations when you dropped off your son in the fall, and towards the end of the season, has your insight on the whole situation changed?
Well, when we arrived in Hearst at the end of August, I didn't know what to expect. I hadn't been there yet. My husband and Sawyer had visited earlier in the summer. But as soon as we arrived in Hearst and we parked our car in the downtown area and we were going to get some lunch, people were already walking up to Sawyer, welcoming him, welcoming my husband and I, saying how excited they were for the hockey and how excited they were that he was traveling all the way from Chicago to come play all the way up there. And it was just amazing. I've never been in a community where everyone is so friendly and welcoming. It was just amazing from day one. I didn't know what to expect, and as the weeks and the months went on, I got the feeling from Sawyer and from people I had met, and including you, who I'd kind of kept in contact with, that it was just such a welcoming place, and everyone really embraced the hockey, and they embraced the boys and made them feel as if they belong there.
Absolutely, and then to whoever we speak with, that's what comes out of the discussions. There's the kids that are amazed with how the fans reacted, and all the kids lining up for high fives and all that, which is they never got the chance to do that, and they to experience that as players, maybe as fans themselves in the past. But no, the kids were overwhelmed with that, I want to say.
Yes, truly amazing. And by the end, we came up in December. We got to see a few games in Hearst as well as in Cochrane. And, just the energy in the rink and the fan support, and it's just unreal. Truly, I couldn't have painted a better picture if I had tried of what his first junior hockey experience should be like.
That is
coaches to the fans and just the strangers. It was amazing.
That's really nice to hear. I'll just take a few minutes or a minute to translate for our French listeners, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Donc, Liz Cutler qui mentionne que si on lui avait demandé de dresser un portrait de qu'est-ce qu'allait être la première saison de Sawyer au niveau junior, elle n'aurait pas pu dessiner mieux elle-même. Écoute, elle était très enthousiaste au fait que la communauté a très bien réagi à l'avenue des Lumberjacks, puis que son fils a adoré son expérience. That being said, how likely would you recommend this organization to maybe future players? I know before your departure, I mentioned to yourself and Sawyer to try and convince his younger brother to come over next winter.
We were very pleased. We were very pleased from the support with the coaching staff and the trainers and even, the gym and all the training. It was a safe place. I never worried that he was in a dangerous place. I always knew that there were people watching out for him, and I would say to any prospective parent, or even if it were myself sending another child, it's a great place for the junior experience.
Yes, and I keep saying that it must never be easy to let a child leave home for the first time, and obviously knowing that he was with a great entourage and all that would help you ease the pain while he was gone.
It really did make it easier. We're 14 and a half hours by car, and 2 airplanes, and 3 hours by car if we fly. So there's really no quick way to get there. But it was always good for me as the mom, knowing that there were eyes on him and all the boys, and that people really cared. And if they did get hurt, or they needed something, or they weren't feeling well, that there was a dentist, there was a chiropractor, there was a doctor, everyone was involved. Everyone had their hands involved in the program, and that made it a lot easier.
Donc, Liz qui mentionne que pour un cœur de maman, c'est jamais facile de laisser partir un enfant de la maison pour la première fois. C'est très rassurant de savoir que Sawyer allait bien entouré. Elle a décrit un petit peu le voyage pour se rendre ici, là, que c'est pas évident. Donc, le fait de savoir qu'il est bien entouré, c'est très rassurant pour les parents. As for the billet families, how much were you pleased with that? Obviously, we'd get maybe a better answer from Sawyer himself, but knowing what kind of surroundings he was in and all that, how'd you find that experience for yourself?
I thought it was great. He was welcomed into the home. He had his own space, plenty of space, and really just kind of immersed in the family, able to do his own thing, but also participate and be part of the family. And they exposed him to so many things that in the Chicagoland area we don't have. Snowmobile, I guess you could snowmobile, but
ice fishing, as for example.
Ice fishing, yes, ice fishing.
Which you experienced yourself.
I did. It was quite interesting. It was beautiful. We didn't catch any fish, but that's okay. It was fun. But the family was wonderful. I can't say enough about Natalie and Danny. They were gracious. They were kind. They took care of him as if he were their own, and that's all I could ask for. He was well fed. He was happy. They allowed him to have his friends over. They went to every game and supported him, and really just they made him one of their own. And we're still talking. I think they'll be part of our family forever. I know it was very hard to say goodbye. I know it was very hard for Sawyer to say goodbye to them.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I noticed that myself as well.
Yeah, I know it was hard for him to say goodbye to a lot of people. It was really, really amazing. Really amazing.
Well, he's a really nice boy, and make sure to say hi to him for us when you get the chance. We're still hoping to see Cuddy suit up in an orange and black suit in the fall.
Well, you never know. That may happen. I'm sure. He loved it there. He has nothing but positive things to say. When I hear him back home, people ask him how his experience was, and he can't say enough, really. And it's really hard to paint a fair picture of Hearst in the community unless you're actually in it and get to experience it. And so I'm glad that I was able to be there at least a few times and get to meet you and meet a whole bunch of people and try new things and really just see a really beautiful part of the world, which was great.
Well, it was very nice to meet you all as well. I'll just translate our last segment. Donc, Liz qui mentionne qu'elle a beaucoup apprécié les familles d'accueil. On le rappelle, Sawyer qui a passé la dernière partie de son séjour ici chez Nathalie et Danny Aubin. Puis Liz qui mentionne qu'ils vont sûrement rester en contact. Elle a beaucoup aimé sa famille d'accueil. Il était très bien nourri. Il a eu la chance de faire des expériences qu'il n'avait pas la chance de faire chez lui, comme faire de la motoneige, puis de la pêche sur la glace. Donc, c'est des souvenirs que les jeunes vont garder à vie. Liz Cutler, I want to thank you again for doing this. It's much appreciated. We'll use this clip to like I mentioned, on the Lumberjacks website to help promote the program. I want to wish you and your family an awesome summer, and hopefully we get to see Sawyer Cutler suit up in the Lumberjack uniform in the fall again.
Sounds great. Thank you, and you have a wonderful summer too.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Thanks. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.